curve. Dirty Money will have the inside lane. The Outer Limits Rolling Transport lane 2. You see Gradell moving up into lane 3, and the CR Racing in 4, and the GC Racing boat will stay to the outside. So we're about to get racing with Super Cats here in Chicago, day 2. Boats have got to stay lined up.
There's an official on that pace boat who will determine when he thinks the lineup is fair, and then the green flag will go. If he doesn't think it looks good, he's going to hold them. So it's up to the racers to get themselves lined up.
I see the green flag, and the race is on here in Chicago. Day 2. As the boats will race on the outbound leg, turn number 1.
Rolling Transport is given a good challenge to Dirty Money early on. And Gradell's out a little bit of a lead, but still very early to tell. So let's just kind of let this unfold a little bit.
So Dirty Money on the inside has control of the course. If they can keep themselves positioned right here. Gradell's got the longer way around. It doesn't look like they've gotten out in front of the Outer Limits boat. But yes, they have about a 1 boat length lead over the Outer Limits boat. Dirty Money has the shorter way around that outbound leg. Dirty Money on the inside, Gradell to the outside.
Yeah, and Britt Lilly is not afraid to turn that boat hard in Dirty Money. He's developed into such a good driver that
Dirty Money noses ahead, and now finishing out that wide turn on the eastbound of this, at the eastern side of this course.
And now it'll be interesting to see them come back through when if they get that hop that we saw yesterday from the other boats.
So now coming back down in front of the spectators here in just a moment, still outside of the shore, is Dirty Money. And they look to have a couple of boat length lead there.
And Dirty Money, the boat is owned by Bo and Tiffany Renfro, which is a little different because usually the owner's in the boat, but
Bill
seems to be
Pyburn
working for them.
Bill Pyburn, Britt Lilly, 388 skater with Goodwin Racing Power. Won yesterday, led all the way, and they're in the lead once again here today. Gradell's just a 1.5 seconds behind. Outer Limits, Rolling Transport in 3rd, CR Racing in 4th. This is where Dirty Money made up so much time in Michigan City. They were able to turn and gain a lot of distance up as they had missed the early buoy, caught up in a rooster tail, had to go back around, and then fought their way back to a podium finish.
Yeah, and Gradell is not letting them get away.
No, sir.
They're right there on their hip. And Jay Muller's a veteran, so, and Chris Grant can drive. So Dirty Money has the early advantage right now, but we'll see whose setup comes in 3 or 4 laps.
I love this shot of the Chicago skyline and 4 Super Cats dancing on Lake Michigan.
That is a very cool shot. Now
you can see these boats, they're compressing air down the tunnels and just bouncing, trying to keep that propeller in the water. Any high hop, loss of control of the boat, you're going to lose speed.
Because you want to keep it moving forward. You see how low that rooster tail is there?
Look
the
at the
thrust
attitude.
is pushing the boat forward, and that's exactly where you want it.
All these boats, they've got really great attitude heading out on their first full lap. That's Dirty Money
Gradell
in the lead. Gradell again chasing, still close.
Rolling Transport having a good day so far in 3rd.
With Vinny Diorio and Sean Connor in the Outer Limits. CR Racing holding up in 4th.
Coming out of Superstock, where there's usually 10 to 15 boats, I don't think Sean was too nervous about being in close quarters at the start of the race. I don't think Sean gets too nervous about much of anything. Very soft-spoken guy.
This is a conclusion of the first full lap here. It'll be our 2nd of 7. here in Super Cat racing.
Graydell was Steel at one point. Short term, it was MCon.
That's right.
And then Chris bought it. Ran successfully with Billy Moore for a couple seasons, and now he's with Jay. So
back through for their second lap.
Dirty Money's still leading, but they're not running away like they have.
This is Dirty Money on lap number 2. Graydell, a couple of seconds behind, still Rolling Transport and CR Racing in third and fourth. So Dirty Money turning that lap of 103.13 miles an hour.
103?
103.
How many seconds was the gap?
2 seconds.
Only 2 seconds.
Rolling Transport,
so yeah.
6 back, CR Racing 8 off the leader.
Good tight race. Lake Michigan's cooperating, even though some people would want to see them bouncing around a little more.
Well, you know, as we move forward in this race, a lot of great, just rave reviews about it. People want to see it come back.
Yep.
Prove that we could do it here.
Yes.
And a lot of people said it couldn't be done. Race World Offshore pulled it off.
And here's
And
the
are already
GC
in
racing
talks.
boat.
Yeah, already in talks about finding more space, more dry pits. We just saw, as Eric mentioned, GC Racing, the 38 MTI with Willie Cabeza and Grant Bruggerman.
And this looks like Rolling Transport, the Outer Limits boat built in Rhode Island. And that's a few years old now.
Yep, had the Mercury Racing engines when they were allowed.
The 860.
Yep,
EFI,
that's right.
Yep.
Graydell now 3.5 back, Rolling Transport 7.5. CR10. So Dirty Money really making up a bit of ground in that eastbound turn as they now head, or in that westbound turn as they head into the east end of the course in that wide sweeping 3-pin turn.
Back to Rolling Transport. At one point, Steve Curtis had some input in the design of this boat when they were doing it at Outer Limits.
And Vinny's moved around a little bit with engine builders over the years and settled in with Sterling Engines last year.
And Sterling Engines is under new ownership.
That's right.
It's no longer Sterling Performance.
And Cade Wilson is leading them into the future. And our leaders coming around and back in on the inbound leg, heading east towards Lakeshore Boulevard here near Montrose Beach and Lincoln Park in Chicago. Look down the tunnels of the Super Cats. Graydell, Chris, and Jay. Back to Dirty Money in the lead. End of lap number 3. A little slower on that lap, just a half mile an hour at 102.7. Graydell holding second. Dirty Money picking right up where they left off yesterday, leading all the way.
So far.
Graydell, they made some time up on that eastbound turn and coming inbound again, down to 2.5. Rolling Transport 6 off the leader and CR Racing 10 seconds back. You look overhead at the boats turning against the Chicago skyline here. Now the boat's on the outbound leg once again. 4 laps remain. Overhead with the XINSURANCE Helicam, Rolling Transport, Vinny and Sean.
Flying it as best he can, but too much up, and all of a sudden you see it start dancing a little bit with the nose going up and down, and that'll actually slow you down. You want to keep it level and get as much boat out of the water as you can, but you don't want it to do that hop too much if you can help it.
You see Dirty Money, they're taking a wide line, just trying to get set up for that turn and make the apex at the turn just as.
Yep. Playing a little defense.
That's right.
Not
Come
really-
across, catch the buoy, and cut it around as quickly as they can. On that outbound leg, looks like Dirty Money does gain just a little bit of an advantage. Great Abel's able to make up some coming on the inbound leg last lap. They run this boat flawlessly. You won't see a catamaran run much more efficiently than this one right now.
No, and we talked about it yesterday, the amount of seat time that Bill Pyburn has in a 388 skater, and much of that was in higher horsepower exotic setups, but once he got into racing, Peter Lednitz, skater, told him, you've got more time in these boats than anybody, so just get comfortable.
I'll tell you what, the rest of the competition got these boats riding super as well. The 388 skater of Great Dell looking pretty good. Dirty Money's distanced themselves a little bit more this time. Got it back up to near 104 mile an hour on that lap as we look at Rob and Casey and CR Racing.
Now, is Roland Transport making any time on Great Dell?
Staying about the same.
About the same.
Yeah.
2-second gap between them.
Yeah, Great Dell about 4 off the leader. Rolling Transport 6.5 back. So they're staying in that 2 to 3 minute range. And CR Racing 11 seconds now off Dirty Money.
But now look at Roland Transport. It looks like they're pulling up alongside Great Dell here. But they're on the outside making that turn. So the angle's a little deceptive.
We'll remind the viewers, these boats want to stay out of the wakes of other boats. You don't want to go through the aerated water. Stay away from the churn. Get better bite
You go
on your
through
props.
aerated water, it's like spinning your tires in wet pavement. You'd rather be on dry pavement.
Easy to slide too, how the boats slide out from underneath you. The leaders
Any
on
type
the
of
outbound.
correction you have to make slows you down. So you want the props in good water. You want the attitude of the boat to fly level. And I mean, this is some great competition so far.
On the outbound leg, Great Dell 5.5 back, 6.5 is Rolling Transport, and 12.5 CR. And Dirty Money is making
Money's
great
stepping it up
time
now.
up
Yep.
on this western turn. Down
And you
by
see they're going
downtown.
wider there
Yep.
to keep the speed up. So that's the one where you can really sweep it.
And these boats will take a lot of G's, especially in more bumpy water in these turns.
Well, I doubt that Bill's even pulling back on the throttles, maybe just to set it, but then getting right back in it. And Britt's telling him, okay, let's go. Come on, come on, come on. So Bobby Adams and TJ Rand and the boys, they set it up right. Got to give them credit.
So our grid hasn't changed from the start. All of our Super Cat boats out and running, and within 12 seconds of the leader, Dirty Money, as we go back on top from the XINSURANCE Helicam and look at the 388 skater with Goodwin Racing engines, Dirty Money, your reigning Super Cat world champion.
And you see the new sponsor on the stern there, Boxo Tools. Nice to see them getting some financial support, but if we could go back to the second and third battle, here comes Roland Transport making a move.
So Great L now 8 seconds behind. They've really fell off the pace on that last lap behind Dirty Money. Rolling Transport only a second behind, and CR Racing still holding it 12 seconds off the leader.
Okay, so Roland Transport did not get by Great Dell there?
They did not,
Okay.
but they're about a second and a half behind. 2 laps left here in the Super Cat race in Chicago.
Yeah, off the screen, I can see that GC Racing is pulled to the infield, and they're probably going to try to cross the course and head in to get ready for Class 1. Pro Class 1, excuse me.
Pro Class 1 racing coming up shortly following this one as we see our Super Cat grid once again.
But you see how Dirty Money moved over there to set up to be able to come and take the apex of this turn, because they have control of the course.
Looks like Rolling Transport may have gotten around. Yeah, they got around Graydell. Now in second. There's your leader, Dirty Money. Penultimate lap of this Super Cat race. The XINSURANCE Chicago Nationals. Rolling Transport, there they are. Vinny Diorio, Sean Connor. The Outer Limits with Sterling Power now in second. Graydell is falling back to third.
And Rolling Transport finished 4th yesterday, so that'll make it interesting for the points for the weekend.
And CR Racing looks like they're a lot closer to Graydell than they were to Rolling Transport.
And Graydell may be having some issues. We'll have to see how this plays out for the next lap and a half.
So Dirty Money.
Doing what Dirty Money does.
See, another flawless run here. Now heading westbound here in front of Lincoln Park in Montrose, down along the Chicago city skyline. Dirty Money continuing the lead. 1 lap to go here today. Dirty Money.
Another is pulled away from Graydell, and CR Racing is right alongside Graydell. I think CR Racing just got around Graydell. Yeah, they did. So something's going on with.
So rolling 4.5 seconds behind your leader, Graydell now 12, and CR Racing 13, but heading into that 2-pin turn across the city skyline.
I think CR got past them.
It may have gotten past them. We'll see on the outbound leg, and there you can see them. They're to the outside.
Yeah.
Graydell may settle back into third.
See if CR makes a run at him on this last lap, because this is it.
That lap, Dirty Money got back up over 103 on the average speed, 103.33 miles an hour. You can watch your leader line up for that final turn as we look back at the number 2 boat for the XINSURANCE Telecam. Rolling Transport holding on to second here today.
Dirty Money in the points picture could be rooting for CR Racing right now, because if they get past Graydell, big picture is going to get real interesting.
Look at Dirty Money lining up for that 3-pin turn.
And because of that, now Rolling Transport's outside of them.
Rolling Transport 3 seconds behind. Graydell 13 and CR 14, but they're battling for third.
Yes, they are.
CR,
that sure looks like CR's passed them.
They've come around them.
Yep.
Heading towards the finish line when they get through this wide sweeping turn on the east end.
Oh, flying it there a little bit.
And for the final time, fans enjoy the Super Cats. Race World Offshore and XINSURANCE presenting the Chicago Nationals. And a 7-lap race here, second of 2. Dirty Money poised to win for the second consecutive day.
Yeah.
And here they come, Bill Pyburn, Britt Lilly. 388 Skater with Goodwin Racing engines, followed by Rolling Transport. And they'll pass in the lead to wrap up this Super Cat race. Rolling Transport will take second. Dirty Money is your winner today. They average 104.33 miles an hour. Another Rolling
Convincing
Transport
win.
takes second. CR Racing third. And off the screen, we're watching Radel finish up in fourth. All of these results will be made official after tech inspections.
That might have been something where Graydell could have just been a little underpropped when they started to lighten up.
So Rolling Transport ends up finishing about 4.5 seconds off the leader. CR Racing 12 seconds behind, and Great Dell, who was only 1.5, 2 seconds behind Dirty Money early, falls back to 17 seconds off the lead. But all four boats within 17 seconds of the leader. In a good showing, all four boats finishing, although Great Dell falling back just a little bit.
But man, the people watching at home, getting to see those skyline shots with all the boats looking side by side as they come towards you, that's some pretty cool footage.
Good look overhead as they open the hatch. Britt Lilly usually coming out to take the checkered flag.
Yeah, they're going to do a pretty quick transition to go back and get in the XINSURANCE South boat to come back out. But clean race. Didn't look like there was anything anywhere that there'd be any question about the outcome to me. So,
well, they'll have to turn their data cards in and turn them over to inspection.
But cleanly raced.
It was cleanly raced. This is one of the most exciting forms that offshore powerboat racing has ever put to the water. Super Cat racing, and today fans in Chicago got a great view of it here on Lake Michigan.
And the nice, people kind of complain of, old school carbureted engines, blah. You don't have to worry about Guardian with them. Nothing against Mercury, but you don't have to worry about Guardian with a carbureted motor.
And I still think
the only Guardian is the guy pulling back on the throttles.
And I mean, it does have that element that you can roll your sleeves up, get in there and work on the engines, tear them down, rebuild them. You could literally, go with your own specific engine builder. They're harder to tech, surely, but it's old school racing.
But it's kind of cool, old school racing.
Trying to get a shot here for you of the
flag toss here.
As Dirty Money gets the win here today.
Whoa.
Did it go over?
No, I don't know. It looked like they tried to go around.
Yeah, it went over.
Oh, that's too bad. Now who's holding ankles and who's grabbing?
I think... I'm not saying.
Didn't mean it that way, folks.
Certainly like to thank all the people of Chicago, the hospitality, those that helped us gather up and put this race on. It's a beautiful spot for offshore powerboat racing, a natural venue here at Montrose Beach, and our hats go off to Larry Blyle and Rob Hartman, Roger Cox for the hard work they did to put this together. There's your winners, both Saturday and Sunday. That's Dirty Money. Bill Pyburn and Britt Lilly victorious again, and they'll be your two-day points winners here today.
But in their mind, it's 3 down, 1 to go, because they got one more race to run. They're happy about this, but they're gonna compartmentalize really quick and then get ready for the Pro Class 1 race.